Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and I'm going to tell you this game is worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is Slotshot's Pinball Collection. It's time to combine pinball with slot machines, which would make every parent's head in the 70s explode. Is this collection of pinball tables worth checking out? Slotshot's Pinball Collection is a PC-only release that is currently in early access. Its early access price is $10, which will go up after the full release. And in terms of game time, it's pinball, so you play the game until you master the tables or get bored. And as a full disclosure, a key for this review was provided by the developer. So what exactly is Slotshot's Pinball Collection? Well, it's a set of 5 pinball tables with a similar gimmick. Each has an activatable slot machine to score more crazy points. And before I go too far into this review, full transparency, I love pinball. I own a virtual pinball machine. I go to the local arcade and play pinball all the time. This does not mean I'm good at pinball, for the record. I just enjoy it. Anyway, let's talk about each of these tables in brief. Neon Knights 2 Skylines is a cyberpunk style table with an easily hittable center ramp that pops the ball onto one of the higher playfields, as well as having some wild visuals and a great soundtrack. Super Vixel Land was my personal favorite table, themed around just close enough to not infringe on copyright NES style of games. It has a lot of ramp targets to hit and a lower playfield that provides bonus points to dabble with. Slotshot's Casino was my second favorite one, even though I usually don't enjoy card game or casino themed tables, as this one has a bunch of fun stuff to engage with, like a spinning bonus wheel, an upper playfield, and a pachinko-esque area that selects missions. Great table. Bass Hunter was my least favorite table, even though I like the aesthetic of playing over a fish tank. You try to get to the upper zone to catch the fish, and then there's one particular ramp that when it ejects the ball, it always seems to go straight down the middle. Maybe I just need to learn to nudge better. Outer Galactic Aliens is a remake of a table this company released before, and it reminds me of the Gottlieb table Black Hole with its under the playfield additional zone that I can never seem to get into. It has the easiest skill shot of the bunch, and is generally okay. It's worth pointing out that if you're a digital pinball person, you'll find all these tables very easy, meaning playtime is usually pretty long, which is, in my opinion, a good thing. The tables also aren't particularly complex when compared to a lot of real pinball tables from the 90s and 2000s, stuff by William Failure Stern, with quests being simple and timing generous. They're also less over the top when compared to like Pinball FX, where I personally feel like they go a little too into the effects. All of the tables also have a score attack mode, which is a 1-minute multi-ball with higher scoring overall, which is a fun way to just go ballistic. So all in all, Slotshot's Pinball Collection is what the title implies. A collection of 5, soon to be 6 pinball machines, all with slots based on some fairly simple mechanics. So what do I like about Slotshot's Pinball Collection? Well, the tables are easy, as mentioned, meaning you get a lot of great game time, and quests are also easy to activate and not confusing on how to complete, meaning no matter what your skill level, you'll have fun with these tables. Additionally, I found the physics to be really good, with only a few minor things, which I'll say for the cons, and generally the responsiveness feeling solid. And lastly, I enjoyed the table aesthetic overall. The music and the visuals were great, with the pixel, cyberpunk, and fish tables being the highlights. When it comes to the bad, tables do feel a bit similar in their design, with most having similar splits between lower and upper playfields, similar gutter and kickback layouts, etc. They do feel different enough, but I would have liked more diversity. Additionally, the physics around the kickers and the gutters feeding into the flippers feels off, with the kickers not having the kind of feedback response you'd expect, and the ball feeling like it accelerates every time it goes down the lanes that run down to the flippers. I don't know why they go so fast. Usually in pinball, I feel it slows down to help you line up shots, but whatever. And lastly, the menus and the UI look really amateurish, including their game logo, with buttons being chunky, images feeling outdated, and the leaderboard being a bit clunky as well. As you know, our games here on a 3-point scale, must play, maybe consider, don't bother. As a pinball fan, I honestly think this is a must play. All 5 of these tables are really great, and I think this game is additionally a hidden gem, as I often struggle to find actually good digital pinball tables on Steam. If you are not a pinball person, you can probably drop it to a maybe consider, but either way, I'll be honest, I'm usually really wary when it comes to these kinds of games, especially when they're not made by like Zen or Magic Pixel. So I was pleasantly surprised when Slotshots did a really great job across the board at making a bunch of solid tables with completely distinct physics. Yeah, if you're even a passing pinball fan, this is one of the few good pinball collections available on Steam. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Do you like pinball? If so, please let me know what your favorite pinball machine is in the comments and why it's medieval madness. But regardless, go out there and check this pinball collection out.